With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. Last outing for Phoenix, they won that game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Guys, kind of a battle there. They pulled out a 4-point win, though.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
That's exactly what you want to see from AD, using that length and that athleticism to cause problems.
RJ, last season, as we know, the Cavs got hit with the injury bug at the worst possible time, right in the playoffs.
Yeah, the worst time possible. Their key players all had injury concerns as the season wore on, but sometimes you just got to play through it in the playoffs.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. The Suns getting the bucket. Here's Van Arsdale. Misses the three. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Dagnall. The first thing on his mind was not letting Kevin Durant beat them. He said, quote, even if it means playing off other guys, we cannot let KD get comfortable. We have to be right up in his jersey the entire game. We're going to see some aggressive D on Durant tonight by the sound of this. Back over to you guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Here's Scott. The Suns getting the bucket. It's Durant on the wing. Good on the bucket.
No hesitation from the swing man. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
Outside Rose. He takes it in. And it's sent back by KD. And he gets the bucket.
So polished from the interior. Durant is terrific at utilizing his physical advantages down on the block.
Pass to Harrington. Here's the three. Cavaliers with the rebound.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Outside, KD. Back to Scott. Shot clock at 5. Outside, KD. From deep three-point land. Al Harrington grabs the board.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Now, here is Hill. It's slammed in by Howard.
Yeah, and Howard is a master at setting a hard screen and then rolling fast to the rim. For a guy his size, not many defenders are going to try to get in his way.
Pass to Mourning, and the dunk by Mourning.
The assist. He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Back to Rose. Now Howard. Here's George. The kick out to Rose. Right wing. And stolen by Scott. Down low. It's stolen by Hill. And here's the fast break. Here's George. And Phoenix with another turnover here. The Cavaliers leading. Now Scott. Still scoreless. And then Durant with the dunk.
I love the way Durant breaks down defenses, especially in these pick-and-roll matchups.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Cleveland leading by 4. Shot and game clock separated by 5. KD looking around. Poked away. And stolen by Scott. Davis sets a screen. To the inside. With 1 on the clock. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Cavaliers lead by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Cleveland.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks. And we know Mourning excels at finding these shot blocking opportunities. It's like he sees the shot coming.
Just 4 to shoot.
Taking matters into his own hand.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Kevin Durant talked about the key to his longevity, and he said just being enthusiastic about the game every day and wanting to get better, that forces you to get in the gym. What you do the most is what you're going to be best at, and if you don't use it, you'll lose it. That's how I look at it. Guys, back to you.
Truly the love for the game. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Here's Francis, and stolen by Scott. RJ, one defensive stat that teams are tracking these days, deflections. Why do you think that's so important to them?
Well, it's a measure of your activity and disruption. Even if you don't get the steal, messing up the flow of a team's offense can be so impactful.
And it's Davis missing.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
Wallace left side, and the jam by Wallace.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now, here's Scott. Scoreless thus far. Johnson pulls it in. So it's Phoenix now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. It's stolen by Davis. Davis sets a screen. Drive by Scott. Got a hand on it.
And Sampson literally takes away a part of the floor when he's out there. Don't even try to get shots off in his area, or that's what's going to happen.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. To the middle. Here's Theus. To end the drought. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Price. And another miss by Cleveland. Phoenix with the ball. You know, GA, it seems like a lot of players welcome the opportunity to play in Phoenix. Talk about what makes this market to a player is so appealing.
I mean, the weather has a lot to do with it, right? Basketball is a winter sport, so for those snowbirds out there, Arizona's a great choice.
The Suns shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
And we don't talk about guys like Tony Allen enough. Defense-first players, but they're key if you want to win games in this league.
Now, here's Portis. Here's Theus. Here's Linger. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. .121 left now here in the second. Here's Francis. And Howard has it in the corner. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
Here's Theus. No scoring in this one. Pass to Rice. 6 on the shot clock. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Ripped away. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Rice. Here's Theus. Over Howard. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. A deep 3 from George. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here are the Suns now. To the left side wing. Here's Harrington. And Harrington throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Now, here's George. He has yet to score. Outside Rose. 6 to shoot. Driving in. The Suns need to get a shot off. Howard wide open. The three-pointer off the mark. Cavaliers trailing. Left side, KD. Warning with the screen. Outside, KD. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Now here's Rose. Pass to Howard. Cavaliers with the rebound. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. It's Durant on the wing. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Suns leading. And it's Rose penetrating. Nice D from Durant.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Shoots from the high post. He can't get that one to fall. And here are the Suns now. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003. Soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
Yeah, and Howard's still a forceful finisher around the rim.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Right by Scott. Here's Davis. Oh, Davis absorbing the contact.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Here's Rose. 1:46 left in the third quarter. To the left wing. From 18 feet away. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. So here's Cleveland. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Mourning with the screen. Here's Scott for the tie. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Out to Marion. No good from outside. .102 left in the third quarter. Outside Durant for the lead. So smooth on the three from Durant.
So fluid pulling up to shoot. Durant's range is one of the biggest strengths of his game.
And it's Marion in the corner. And Mourning sends it back. And they get it back. And here's Hill for three. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
The only place for shots like that are in shoot-around.
I'd like to know what he was thinking. Did he think... Nah, he couldn't have thought that was good. That was an awful shot.
Now here's Durant. He's got 9.
Using the pick nicely. Durant able to find the open man.
And here's Rose. Marion outside. That will count. And we've reached the end of the third. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 4. We're going to step aside for just a second. But join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Cleveland leading by 4. Now, here's Scott. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And the dunk by Mourning.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflection.
And let's not forget how dominant they've been defensively. Great job of forcing some tough shots, often leading to blocks.
KD on the wing. Here's Rose. A shot's good on the assist by Jordan.
And this is what Rose brings to the table. When he gets out in the open court, he doesn't take his foot off that pedal.
KD on the wing. Good. And that's 11 points for Kevin Durant.
And in the first half, it was a struggle offensively, shooting a very low percentage, but it hasn't prevented them from grabbing the lead. And now they're shooting it much better here in the second.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Cavaliers with some changes. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Here's Theus. They set the pick. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Outside Rose. Pass to Howard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Cleveland leading by 4. Redick with it. Here's Theus. The 3 is off.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Now George. Rips it down with 2 hands.
And you know Howard wants that responsibility offensively, and that time he comes through for his team.
Here's Theus.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Leitner. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Suns trailing. George connects with the chain.
Huge bucket by George there. He lives for these moments.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Now here's Rose. That doesn't go. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Theus. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Here's Theus. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Doesn't get that one. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Suns. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. 1 more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Now, here's Rose. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Here's Katie. Davis sets a screen. And the layup is off. And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
The lead is 2. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, how about the poise he showed there, making this a 2-possession game.
Now Durant jacks up a 3.
Yeah, and shooters have to be cautious with Howard around. He has such a long reach that he easily blocks those kinds of shots.
Outside, KD. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And so it's Phoenix who scraped by with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that'll do it, folks.
Now that's the life of the good life. Sometimes that tripe. I paid the price throughout my hood life. Remember, I got... Now that's in the basket, God forbid. But now I'm all about G-notes, no time for... I wash my mouth out with soap and got my act together. Low sweaters and better and fat leather, so whatever, bring it on. Tibio stacked up.